All right, everybody. So I am just going to be doing a live and doing some work here on the camper. So I will just be cutting away. And all right, I'll come back, and if you have any questions, throw them up. I'll come back occasionally here and there and try to answer a few. All right, guys, how's everybody doing? Mike, Brian, everything's going well. As you guys can see, we got the skinning on. I got all the roof on right now, so I'm just going to go through and cut off this edge. All right, guys, looking good. Thrash Life. Yep, this is 9.0. Would a router be better, or do you see working in your favor? I can't really. It'd be a little hard to use a router because it's on an angle. All right. Andrea, good evening. Mike, yep, I've been working hard. Let's see, being on the DL, installation and lightweight is brilliant. Just the bare minimum, I like it. And Mark, we're working on camper 9.0. All right, let's get back to it. Cheers, Thrash Life. All right. So what we're trimming is, I put on the roof today, which is, sorry, I can get my bearings here, right here. And when I cut the wood, I always cut a little extra just in case there's some movement or something. I want to make sure I have enough coverage. And then so, let's see where we're at here. So this is a little bit of overlap right here. Thanks guys for dropping in, Jerry. Let's see if I can get this up here a little bit better. Let's see. Maybe that's better. salvage, sorry, I wouldn't hesitate to use a belt sander. Yeah, it's not too bad. I just want to be super careful. I'm not sure if you just pop it in randomly or if you followed the build, but it's I'm trying to maintain this curve here, and sometimes things can get a little. I still have a lot of finish sanding, but I'm kind of doing some more fine tuning. The short of it is I don't want to go on with the belt sander and take too much material at once. But in general, I do understand, and I probably will use the belt sander at some point. All right, Mike Owens, what do you use for a filler? A couple things. In some cases, I've actually found that, again, it's kind of probably not a normal use, but so this has a lot of body work left on this, so don't judge too much. But like, let's see if it shows up. Like right up in here, I actually that's actually some of the construction adhesive, the PL3. I just spread it with the putty knife and a little bit of a gap there. That works. I'll use a level 2 Bondo that has some fiberglass strands in it. I'll use that in some cases for the bigger repairs, and then I will finish it off by a Bondo brand wood filler. Hope that answers your question. All right, guys. So as you guys are sitting here watching, of course, there's a lot more fine detail to be done, but I did get that roof trimmed off. So let's do this. We're going to pop open the garage, and I'm going to turn this, and all of us are going to try to see what it looks like for the first time. So just bear with me real quick here. What I mean by the first time, but the first time with the roof all, the leftover roof overhang all trimmed off here. So sit tight. Let's do a couple things here. You guys can see, even with most of the skin on, or that outside, can't talk, or that outside surface there, it's still light. My memory serves me, I think it's sitting at 220 pounds right now, or thereabouts. Salvage, I'm sorry. I followed all your builds. Really appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Oh, you too, buddy. I appreciate it. We're all in it, figuring it out. We the people. Oops. All right, where are we at? We the people considering pop. I know what you're saying. You're talking about a pop top camper. You know, not really. I mean, I don't like have a personal thing against them. I really like the hard sides, and with some of my aerodynamic shapes and stuff, I can. I feel like, at least for what I want, I can get through with having both, kind of getting both best worlds, having a hard side and. You know, it still be aerodynamic. I mean, they're not bad though. I'm not attacking them in general, but well, best of luck. I'd love to, like I tell everybody, this is for we the people. You know, obviously it's no obligation, but I always love to see people's work. So as you progress, feel free to send me emails. It's in the about section. I'm not sure how this is gonna come out in this video. It doesn't look great from my angle, but that could just be my phone here. But take a look, guys. A lot of finish work to be done, no doubt. But you know, that's you guys sitting here right now as we speak, including myself, are the first people to see this side of this with the roof in place, but it all trimmed off. Let me know what you think. I'm going to check out it. it's all right. Good job, Mike. I'm glad you got it. It's just so hard to get that perfect uninterrupted arc. It's very easy to sand a flat spot, or and it's just very challenging. But I think I've got this. There's a little bit of finish work I still want to do, but the key is you don't want to get in there and take up too much material. You just want to take your time, work a little bit, go forward. All right, so ICM King, is the curve angled section the same width from front to back? Okay, so I think you're so there's a couple ways. I'm not trying to be too pedantic here, but there's a couple ways to interpret that question. So the width, if you're talking about this right here, the height of this 45-degree angle, yes, it should be. There might be some slight variation, but okay, so yes, that should be the same width. The only exception is, and this is kind of a cool feature too, is if you look in this front here, so this sloping angle landing here in the front, if I think it's clear in here, it actually comes in at 45 and flattens out slightly as it hits the edge. So this section is a little bit wider, and then just because of the sharp angle, I noticed that in the back, because the rear sinks down quite a bit, it is just a hint narrower. But these are just fractions of an inch. We're not talking a large amount. All right, where are we at? I have we add castor oil just like a few tablespoons per cup of Bondo. Mix it slow. Oh, that's a good trick there. I wonder, 1CM, I think what you might be referring to is this design has kind of a really cool optical illusion I discovered. Because if you look at it from this angle where that rear end swoops down, it almost looks like it disappears. So that's probably where it looks like it's getting narrower. But watch it, and I'm gonna move the camper back, and you'll see that rear end changes shape. I kind of did the reverse there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it spun around enough here. So I'm not being able to get it spun around enough, maybe just moving the camera. But if I move the camera and you see it changes angle, you can see where that widens up. And then if I pick it up this way and walk it down the curve, you can see it's just as wide in the back. It's just an optical, it's just kind of an optical illusion. I think it's kind of a cool one, you know. It definitely, I think, is attractive from the rear. If you're looking from the rear to the front, where the front end dips down, it kind of looks a little weirder because it just shows a little bit of a narrow piece. But nonetheless, I think it's cool to give some interesting dimension there. All right. So I'm gonna jump to the other side. What do you guys think? Do you want me to leave this going, or do we have enough? hassles of a small garage. We make it work. We make it work here. We make it work. Let's see. All right. So, all right, let's go ahead and start trimming up this side. All right. Give me a few seconds to get set for place here. Oh, I appreciate that salvage. I appreciate. Yeah, the challenging designs. I think it. I agree with you. It's fun. It makes it interesting. I certainly wouldn't want to build the same one over and over again. Freddie, yes, I'm building a cab over truck camper. Let me see something here. Let's see. Thought I saw something else. All right, I'm nobody. No, it's a camper, not a boat. Freddie, okay. All right. You need a bigger garage? Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Freddie, beautiful. I believe I got your channel from Bob Wells. I'm guessing you're talking about, who shows people who are living in buses, blah, blah, blah. And he receives all kinds of stuff from companies to get review on it. That's right. I was on, one of my campers was highlighted on a camper tour on Bob Wells' show. Man, that's been a long time ago, Freddie. That would have, I don't know, April of 21, maybe? Free fall. What is the length of this build, the box section? It's 77 inches long. So that means it will slide into my pickup truck bed, which is 6 foot 5 inches. And then I know you're not asking about the width, but just in case you're wondering also, this one is 75 inches wide. So if you're familiar with the last truck camper I finished, 8.0, that body was also 77 inches long, but it was only 71 inches wide. So this one's 4 inches wider. So, well, how about this, guys? I'm kind of wrapped up for this section. If you guys have any more questions, I'll leave this on for about 5 more minutes. And if you have any more questions, put them up in the next couple minutes, and I will, I'll come back and answer them. So RV10 Flyer, looking good. I built a 4-place experimental aircraft in my, yeah, so there, that's pretty impressive. 24 by 24 garage. Now that's a working man. You got thick calluses. I would have gotten Freddie, very interesting, and the possibilities you could do making your own. Just have to do the homework on weight distribution. I'm 60 years old, originally from upstate, but born in Tucson. All right, Tucson's beautiful. I guess both those areas are beautiful, Tucson and upstate New York, just for different reasons. All right, free fall. What is the short box size? Oh, I'm guessing you're asking what is the shortest box size I've made. Are you talking about height or length? If you're talking about length, it's 8, and then this one being 77. If you're talking about height, probably the shortest camper I've made was my very first one, and then camper 4.0 would come in second place to that. 8.0 and this one are actually a little bit taller, and this latest one is definitely a little bit taller. What would a camper build for a 5-foot bed cost? I'm in Vegas. You know, Elaine, I'm so sorry, but I don't do builds, and it's you know, building. You're not necessarily asking for a long explanation, but I feel inclined to tell you. Doing this is really like art to me. I know that's foreign to some people because most people kind of do it for a very practical reason, and of course building these campers have a practical reason. But what I found is the minute I attach money to a specific activity I'm doing, it turns into work. Every camper I build, I mean, even though historically I end up selling and moving on to another project, I build it as though it was going to be my camper, and I don't think about any profit motive. I don't think about anything from that. I just focus on the build, and that is the, you know, that's the way that my mind works, and that's the way it keeps me going. I mean, if I were doing this for money, I would find a new job. But you know, it's art to me. It's you know, an expression of creativity. It's a hobby. So you know, that's where it comes into play. So I'm really sorry, Elaine. Freddie, thank you for sharing, and thank you for sharing. And I would like to look into moving back west for the winter months. And yes, Bob Wells. Yeah, definitely. The winter out here is really, really nice in the west, southwest. All right, 1 cm. I put my camper away yesterday for the year. Fall's coming soon and snow will start flying. I may ponder making a few changes on mine. And Would like to be a bit taller. Ernesto, no commitment, labor of love, 100%. That's a nice, succinct way of trying to say what I was trying to say. It's copied off 4.0, but cab over. All right. That's a fun thing, man. Build your own, and then, you know, like you said, in the winter months, you can get in there and tinker around, try new things, make it your own. I mean, you already have. You built the darn thing. I'm speaking to WinCM there. All right, Freddie, I really enjoyed this, and I've got the notifications on. Okay, buddy, you have a good night, too. Elaine, if you build a 5-foot camper, keep me in mind. You are an artist for sure. I will, Elaine. And, you know, if I ever put anything up for sale, you know, I'll always make a notice to the channel. I don't want to part with it, but obviously I have this camper coming to play, Camper 8.0. If you guys aren't familiar, you guys can find the tour video. I probably will be putting that one up for sale. I don't know when, but sometime in the next couple months. That one is 6'5", 77 inches, so it would not fit. You could technically put it in the bed of a 5-foot, but you'd have to keep your tailgate down. But anyways, Ted, first time I've caught the live, very interesting. I'm glad you like it. Free Fall, thanks for your art. You're welcome. Very cool. Have a good night from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. You too, my friend. You too, my friend. All right, let me go put a few things away, and then we'll call it. If you have any last-minute questions, throw them on up. All right, Mike, good night. All right, Elaine, we'll catch you on the next live. Okay, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for everybody that tuned in, and we'll talk to you guys later.